Hello, this video is going to show you how to do the Animal Friends assignment for Mr. Anderson's class for September 17th. I'm using a different organism than the students are. They're using a cougar. I'm doing mine with a bighorn sheep, but the assignment works exactly the same way. Now, the slides are structured based on the taxonomical levels. The students are learning about the wider variety of organisms as you move up the levels from species all the way up to domain. So the first slide has a picture of the organism, has the word species, and then it is already filled in with a link to the species name. So this is a species name, this is a bighorn sheep. Now, the next slides have all the other levels. We're going to click this link first, though. This link is going to take us to a handy Wikipedia page that has a lot of information about the bighorn sheep, but Wikipedia is great for organisms because on the right side of every page, it has all of the taxonomical levels. So from the species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, and kingdom. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to label all of these parts on all the slides. I'm going to label the genus, family, order, class, phylum, and kingdom. So on my slides, I've already done that. I've got Ovis for genus. The family is Bovidae. The order is Artiodactyla. The class is Mammalia. The phylum is Chordata. And the kingdom is Animalia. And the domain is Eukarya. So I have all of those done. And if we read the instructions on each slide, they're very similar. They just change a little bit for each slide. So this one here says insert an image of one other organism that is in the same genus as the bighorn sheep. So I'm going to find another organism that is in the genus Ovis. The next slide is a family slide. It says insert images of two other organisms that are in the same family as the bighorn sheep. And then the order says 3 images. And the class is 4 images, and so on and so forth. Let's get started. We'll go to the very first one, and we're going to find an image of an organism that is in the genus Ovis. Well, the best way to do this is to go back to our page here, and I can click on Ovis. And that'll give me an idea of other organisms that might be in the same genus. And a lot of the pages are similar. Some don't have all of this variety, but this one does. So this has these other organisms that I can use. And so I've got the domestic sheep, the mouflon, the urial, all these different ones that are very similar to a bighorn sheep, but they're not the same species. They're in the same genus. And so surprisingly, the domestic sheep is very, very similar to the bighorn sheep. Now I need to get an image. I could take this image here. It's not the best image. So what I'm going to do is go to Google Images, and I'm going to type in domestic sheep. There we go. And I'm going to go to Images. And what I like to do for these is to go to Tools, and then Color, and then Transparent. And the reason why is you get really good transparent images. I like this one here. So when you open the image, as long as it has these little checker things, that means it's a transparent background. So I can copy this. I'll copy this image, and I'll take it back over here to my genus page, and I'm going to paste it in. So this now I've got 2 organisms that are in the same genus. They're very, very closely related, but of course, they're clearly not the same species. Now, here's what's interesting. This sheep is in the Ovis genus. It's also going to be in all of these. It's going to be in the same family, same order, same class, all the way up. So what I'm going to do is take this image of the sheep, and I'm going to paste it in all of these because it's going to fit in all of these. So go all the way down. Kingdom, and all the way. There we go. So now I've got 2 images in every one. All right, so let's pull this guy over here. So now I'm on the family Bovidae. So you can go back to my page here. I'm going to click on Bovidae and see what it is. And so it describes a lot of things. Also gives me some images, some pictures. And Bovidae are like cows and things like that. So I could probably just find a picture of a cow. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go back to my Google Images. I'm going to type in the word domestic cow. And this looks like a nice one here. So I will wait till the checker boxes come. Sometimes they don't. And if they don't, I choose another image because I want a background that is transparent. Though it doesn't necessarily matter because the background is white. So we'll get this information anyways. There we go. I got it to have the transparent image, so I'm going to copy the image real quick and take it over to my page. And I'm going to paste this first into Bovidae. And let's make sure it pastes. There we go. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it fits. And so these are all in the same family. So the genus just had these guys, which are closely related. This one is not nearly as closely related. Obviously, it looks different. So I'm going to take the cow now, and I'm going to paste him in all of these. Because if he fits in one, he'll fit in all of these. Now, this only works going from specific to more broad. You can't go the other direction and have them all fit. So I'll resize all these later, but it's good to resize them so they all look kind of nice. So now I've got Bovidae in the family. Now I'll do the order, Artiodactyla. So I'll go back to my page here. And I can go to any of these pages because Bovidae is in the same order, Artiodactyla. And I can just see here, well, we've got buffalo, we've got giraffes, we've got a whale. One of the things I think is interesting is to do the most diverse creatures in each one. So I'm going to find an image of a killer whale. So we'll go back to my Google Images, and I'm going to type in killer whale. I could have typed in orca. That would have worked as well. These are some nice pictures. I'll get this guy right here. Hope it has a transparent background. It does. So I'm going to copy this one. Maybe I'll go. There we go. Copy image. Take them back over here. So kind of surprising that the orca is in the same order as these ones, but that is how biology works. They are basically like cows of the sea, and they've changed over time, so they live in the ocean. So these are the same order. Now I'm going to take the orca, and I'm going to put him in Mammalia, because I do know he's a mammal. And he's also a chordata, and he's an animal, and he's also in the kingdom or the domain Eukarya. So moving right along. So now I've got Mammalia. Well, Mammalia is pretty easy. We know anything that has hair is a mammal, so I don't even need to look that one up. I'm just going to go and find a cool picture of a grizzly bear. So let's do the grizzly bear. And here's a nice picture right here. Nice big mean grizzly bear. Let's let the transparent background show up. Come on, transparent background. And if it doesn't, I won't wait for it. I'll just copy the thing. Actually, I like this picture better. I'm going to get this one here. This looks like a meaner one. So there we go. And that's got a transparent background too. So I'll copy this. If it lets me, it's kind of being crazy here. There we go. Copy image. And I'm going to put this one here with my other organisms, the mammals. So paste him in there. Just resize him for right now. And then I'm going to put him with the phylum Chordata and the animal kingdom and then the domain Eukarya. So that's all I'm going to show you. The rest, I think you can figure out how to do these. However, the one thing I will also stress is these organisms are all kind of stacked on each other. It is nice to have them looking nice. So I just put them here. Before I would turn this in, I would take them and resize them. They don't necessarily have to be in a line, but at least so that you can see every organism kind of in a way that makes it look a little bit better. So this is what my Mammalia slide will look like. And again, the point is to see how diverse these organisms are. These are all mammals, so they're very diverse and very different. That one's very different than the rest. But if I move to the next level, to the order, well, again, very different, but similar here. When I get to the family, these are very, very similar, but still, obviously a sheep and a cow are not the same. When I get to the genus, these are almost like, first cousins, or almost like brothers or sisters. And then, of course, the species is the individual organism. So that should help you understand how to complete this assignment. Of course, if you have any questions, please reach out. Good luck.